everybody, welcome back to my Daily Dose with Tim. Today is season 2, episode 1. So we've taken a few weeks off here, and by we I really mean me and a couple of my supporters and helpers that have really been giving me some ideas and encouragement to keep my Daily Dose with Tim going for all of you guys. So first things first, as we get going with season 2, I really just want to give my sincerest thank you and appreciation and the utmost amount of gratitude to all of you. I remember when I decided to do this during the very first episode of season 1, I was so scared and I was downplaying a lot of the things that I was going to bring to the table for you guys. And so thanks to your support, your love, your encouragement, your sharing, your likes and your comments and your engagement, it's really kept me going, and it just made me realize that there is a lot of things that I really can do to make a difference in this world, and that is really the true mission and the purpose of what I have set out for myself to do for the last few years now. And for a lot of you guys who don't know me, you'll learn this about me slowly as we go through this, so stick around. And for those of you who have already met me, worked with me, seen me speak and given talks, you understand that there is so much that I want to put out there into the world to hopefully leave this world a better place by the time I leave it than when I first came into it. And so I understand that in the beginning, I did really want to make my Daily Dose with Tim something called Everyday Heroes, because I really do believe that every single one of us, we go through struggles, we go through triumphs and tribulations on a daily basis, and everything and everybody and every day is worth celebrating. It's worth reflecting on. It's worth learning from. However, at the same time, I've also been suggested that, you know what, every one of us, we have our strengths and weaknesses, and we have what we do best and what we know really well. And this is why a lot of the content now, especially for season 2, is going to be gearing towards helping you guys achieve financial freedom for what it has done for me in my life and the lives around those in my current life, because I just realized that probably didn't make a lot of sense, did it? By the way, I'm an immigrant. A lot of you guys didn't know that. Now you do. So English is not my first language. My first language is actually Mandarin. However, I've been in Canada for about 21 years now, so there's no excuses some days. I still trip up sometimes, so just bear with me. However, the whole idea is I've been fortunate enough to be able to work on my financial freedom 10 plus years ago, and about 8.5 years ago, I have declared full financial freedom. And for the last 6.5 years, I've been having the good fortune to be able to teach and share my experiences and my knowledge around the world. And this is why even for season 1, I understand that a lot of you guys are watching from Shanghai, from Hong Kong, from Taiwan, from Singapore, from Australia, from New Zealand, from the UK, from the US, from Canada, all over Canada and North America as well. So really appreciate your support, and this is what I aim to continue to provide and add to your life as well. And so just want to let you know, for season 2, everything is going to be geared towards walking you through the step-by-step of building towards your financial freedom. Because the funny thing is, when I first embarked on this journey, I've been pretty much entrepreneurial ever since I was a teenager. However, I did not really act on it nor taken it very seriously until about my mid-20s, and towards my late 20s, I really decided to invest in myself, in my own education, to make sure that I can get to my financial freedom as quickly as possible. And as a result of that, 25 months into my education journey, I declared financial freedom. And this is why ever since then, I've seen what it's been able to do, not just for my life, but in a lot of the lives in my students' lives as well, once I was able to work with them too. So I just want that message to really go out there. And if you follow me during season 1, you know my life goal for the next 20 years of my life. By 2040, I want to personally create 1,000 millionaires. And I know a lot of times some of you guys might be thinking, oh, it sounds like it's all about money. You know what? It is and it isn't. Because for myself, the journey itself has taught me it's not really just the money because I am not after the money. I am after what the money can do, the meaning that it can bring, the experiences that it can create for me and those that I love. So, what that means really is security. Never have to worry about paying bills. Never have to worry about wanting to go on a vacation with a loved one and either I cannot afford it or they cannot afford it. It's not an issue. More importantly, it's time. When you have the money, you can buy your time back. I know a lot of you guys, when you're watching this, financial freedom may not necessarily mean wanting to walk away from your jobs, and that's totally okay. Everybody's goal is different. However, it really comes down to what it means to you, what those two words really represent in your life. So, we're going to have a total of 12 weeks and 60 episodes coming up, coming your way to walk you through all of this. And that's why every single day I'm going to do my best to name the episode as closely to the actual content itself as possible. However, just know that the overall theme this season really is to create that step-by-step guide towards your financial freedom. Because honestly though, I've already achieved that for yourself, and I really just want to see more of you guys achieve that as well. So that being said, it's always about building the foundation, because a lot of people think that, oh my God, financial freedom or financial independence, depending on which one you're working towards. Again, if you haven't followed me during season 1, that's totally fine. A lot of the things I'm going to be talking about may be a little bit of recap for you as well, but that's good, especially if you're new to this sector, this environment, this industry. Repetition is the king of learning, especially when you're embarking on a brand new journey or for nothing else. Honestly though, it's no different than reading the same book, watching the same show, or listening to the same tape or same songs over and over again. Is that it really helps you grab onto the ideas, and hopefully it becomes a part of you, because your thoughts are going to become your actions as well at some point. And that's what we want to create over time, is that confidence competence loop. So I know a lot of the times during season 1 especially, a lot of you just kind of sat there and became a passive learner. I really want to encourage you to grab a pen and a paper every single day when you are watching this. And so by every single day, I'm just going to tell you, as you know, 12 weeks, 60 episodes. That means Monday to Friday, 5 episodes every single week coming your way. We're going to take Saturday and Sunday off here as well, but just making sure that you understand that I really would like you to be a bit more active, be a bit more participatory, even if you're just watching the replay and you're not attending this live. That's totally fine. However, make sure that you give yourself a little bit more energy when you are watching these videos, okay? So what we're going to go into now is the main 8 tips that I have come up for you today. And today we're going to talk about just foundational ideas and foundational tips, and we're going to slowly break them down as the season progresses as well. So make sure you make the proper notes, and I'm just going to do you a favor as well. I am definitely going to be typing them out. That's a writing gesture. I'm definitely going to be typing them out in the comments section as well. And if it's already a concept that I've already touched on during the previous season, I will also do my best to tag the episode as well, so that you can go back and review the materials for yourself. Fair enough? All right, so get ready for tip number 1. Get your pen and paper ready. The first tip you gotta learn is to really truly understand the difference between an asset versus a liability. Okay, an asset versus a liability. The way it was taught to me, and a lot of you guys, if you're in this area, you probably have read a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, and if you have not, make sure you go out and grab that book. For some of you guys, in case you didn't know, I was actually contracted to teach for Rich Dad Education for about 6.5 years right here in Canada and worldwide as well. And this is an organization that I was very proud to be a part of, until the beginning of the year, I actually came out and designed my own training school to help people achieve financial independence and achieve financial freedom. So the thing is, a lot of the formula, a lot of the mindset, a lot of the concepts are all universal. So the way I was taught is that an asset is something that's going to put money into your pocket on a monthly basis, whereas a liability is something that is going to take money out of your pocket every single month, and that's not very good, right? Because it's costing you. And throughout the first week, so the next few days, what we're going to be doing is to really, really go through that with you as well. Especially during season one, I got so many of you messaging me. And for those of you who I've managed to actually have a few conversations with, you understand that the first step is to always to really evaluate where you are at financially. Because after all, this is what we're talking about here. This is what we are sharing with you. And the first step is to really get a snapshot of where you are now financially and knowing where you want to go and plan the proper steps to get there. However, knowing what is an asset versus what is a liability, that is huge. And I'm just going to ask everybody this question right now. I know I'm not able to hear you, but answer me this. What is the best investment that you can make in your life? All right, I didn't really freeze there, but the real true answer though is yourself. Me, it's myself. If you think about it, based on the definition, what will continue to put money into your bank account come hell or high water? You, no matter what happens, you will. The market can go up, the market can go down, the rent can go up, the rent can go down. It doesn't matter. As long as you have knowledge and you have the skills and you have somebody guiding you, you can turn yourself into the most powerful income generating asset that you have ever seen. And honestly, once I actually grasped onto that idea and fully understand what it means, my entire life changed and opened up. Definitely will share some of the life stories with you as we go along, just to really let you know that honestly though, I'm nobody special. I really am nobody special. I am an immigrant. I'm a minority in this country as well in a lot of ways. And all I really did was just make a few choices, and I committed my time and my effort, and I made my goals my priority. And one of my earlier goals in life was to achieve financial freedom, because I'm not gonna get into that because it's gonna get me emotional. And that's one of the things too that we always talk about is understanding your why, understanding your intentions and your purpose and the contribution that you can make throughout your time on this planet. Okay, so that's number one. Really, really understand the difference between asset and liability. Number two, okay, second tip is never, ever again say things like, oh my God, that's too expensive. I cannot afford it. Instead, ask yourself at all times, especially when it's a learning opportunity, when it's an opportunity for growth, when it's an opportunity for you to elevate yourself to the next level. Always ask yourself, okay, if it comes with a price tag, how can I afford it? One of my all-time favorite personal development gurus, or however you want to call him, is Jim Rohn. May he rest in peace. Honestly, my all-time favorite. And one of the things that he said, and he just got away with words, he says, you know what? Things are not too expensive. You just can't afford it. It sounds really harsh. However, if we all take a second to chew on that, it is so, so true. And so this is why, again, money is a currency that people invented. It's a currency that people invented. It's a tool that we as human beings invented just to make transactions go a little bit smoother. And if you truly understand that, it once again is not about the money that we are after. It is about what the money can do for all of us. Okay? So tip number 3, you got to make sure that you surround yourselves with like-minded individuals. That means really, really find that community and the individuals who think like you, who are on the same journey, who might be going through the same training, having the same goals, maybe same strategies that they want to do, or even just the same purpose and pursuit of elevating their financial intelligence. Be a part of that. Find those groups and be a part of them. Okay? Make sure that you do that. Jim Rohn also said this: we are the sum average of the 5 people that we spend the most time with. And that is so, so, so true. So make sure that you do yourself a favor and look for those people and those groups in your life. Tip number 4 now. Okay, make sure that you hold yourself accountable and responsible. All you gotta really do is take a second either right now or right after this video is done, and ask yourself, am I ultimately accountable and responsible for the well-being of my financial future, or even the well-being for my entire family's financial future, and I'm gonna add financial security. So just ask yourself that, okay? Just ask yourself that after the video is done. Tip number 5, strive to elevate your financial intelligence at all times. And what that really means is that you need to be able to evaluate your financial statement and your financial situation at all times. So either you learn how to do that for yourself, or if you don't know yet, you need to get some help. So getting help, there's nothing wrong with that. It's really funny because as the older we get, it seems like the more ego we get as well. Just because we're a little older, we feel like we should have a bit more life experience that just puts up that wall for ourselves, and it really hinders our ability to pursue further education, to better our growth and better ourselves. So make sure that if you're not able to do that yet, that's totally fine. Just find somebody, find a coach, find a mentor that can actually do that for you. Because sometimes, honestly though, we're too soft on ourselves. Once we finish schools, for most of us, nobody holds us accountable anymore, because it's very, very rare that there's going to be a midterm or a final exam. And as a result, we don't get graded, we don't get report cards anymore. At the very best, you might get your annual reviews at your company, and that's about it. Okay, so make sure that you get the help that you need to hold yourself accountable and keep yourself on track by evaluating your financial statements at all times. Number 6, focus. Focus is an acronym that we like to use, which stands for following one course until successful. Following one course until successful. I know if you're entrepreneurial and like me, a lot of things, and especially if they're exciting and they all sound like opportunities, it's like shiny objects all over the place all the time. However, again, I understand that a lot of you guys are interested in real estate as a vehicle to create that monthly income streams as well as long-term wealth for you, and it's a good place to start. We will talk about why real estate versus any other vehicles out there. We're not saying the other income generating vehicles are not great, because they truly are, and there's potentials in every single sector. However, just because that is my roots, real estate investing, I'm going to leverage real estate investing as the main demonstrating point and share that with you. Number 7, model successful people. Cannot emphasize and stress this enough. Model successful people, okay? It's really funny these days. Like, I see so many people out there just going to free things here and there. They pop in, they dabble, they dip their toes in, and they never really commit. You know what? I'm not saying that you have to commit with me or with my organization. Honestly though, my goal is to elevate human potential by living a strategically positive life. And so what that means is, when it comes to your financial well-being, you got to be strategically positive at all times. So find other people. If you're in a market where you think that, hey, there's already somebody else, I'm happy to do a reference check. This is not a very big industry. There are a few people that I actually personally enjoy working with, I have worked with, and I know that they are reputable and they will have your best interest at heart as well, because those are the people we like to surround ourselves with too, okay? So make sure that you hit us up on that too if you want to do a reference check. Last but not least is never ever stop learning. Never ever stop learning. Life is a journey, and it's meant to be enjoyed, and you can really only enjoy it if you continuously elevate and grow yourself, because at every different stage of life, can we all agree that there's always going to be curveballs. Can we all agree that sometimes life just doesn't get easier? However, if you have better skills, if you have better perspective, better mindset, better attitude, you can handle whatever comes your way that much more gracefully and that much better. Okay, so those are the 8 tips that I have for you. We're gonna get technical sometimes, we're gonna get a lot of mindset stuff in sometimes. At the end of the day, like I said, this whole season is about giving you everything that you need so that step by step we can slowly build towards your financial freedom. So if you like my daily dose with Tim, and I know a lot of you guys have already done this, I thank you so much. Please like the video, please comment on it. Let me know what you would actually want me to address and touch on or even answer as well. I know based on my experience during season 1, a lot of you guys will comment a little bit. However, I get a ton of messages in the background too, and that's totally fine because you guys are making this super interactive for me, and that's how I like it as well. I'm very used to speaking in front of a giant crowd in a live ballroom arena situation. However, because of COVID, this is how we're doing this right now, okay? So make sure you like it, you comment, message me, and more importantly, share this with anybody who you think can benefit from the knowledge that's going to be shared with you, the perspectives, and the hard skills, the soft skills that are going to be coming your way as well. So I thank you for your time, and I'm super excited to kickstart season 2 with you all, and I will be back tomorrow here with season 2, episode 2 as well. Have a great evening, everybody. Live well.